The thing I knew I needed to follow up on yesterday, we covered developments in West Virginia annual conference because a group of churches have filed suit alleging that the annual conference behaved fraudulently and in bad faith. And it looks like they are going to be substantiating that in court. But in the meantime, Sarah Stewart over at the IRD followed up on her report. It was her initial report that we read over yesterday. She followed up on her report today, saying that she actually reached out to the current bishop. It's not Laura Merrill, it's Wallace-Padgett. Here are the questions she submitted her. Is there a current process in the conference for churches who wish to disaffiliate? Other conferences are allowing disaffiliation despite the process having been expired. Since the conference disaffiliations were not done through the expired 2019 process, is there an alternative process that is still open for churches who wish to leave? 3, what is your response to multiple laity that told me that they were told by clergy to wait until the general conference to make a decision about leaving? In some cases, clergy told them it would be easier to exit after conference. 4, is the bishop concerned that statements like the one above from clergy have led to a breach of trust between clergy and laity? 5, what are the options for laity and clergy who are uncomfortable with the changes made at general conference? You're going to see several more questions. Wallace-Padgett didn't answer her directly. Rather, there was an intermediary, Beatty, responded on her behalf saying they worked with Bishop to review the questions, and this is what has been passed along. 2 paragraphs here. No, wait. 4 paragraphs, excuse me. Here's the answer. The 2019 disaffiliation process outlined in the Book of Discipline expired at the end of 2023. The West Virginia Conference is following the UMC's guidelines and does not have a separate disaffiliation process. Our conference remains committed to providing clarity, support, and communication to our congregations as we move forward while understanding individuals' needs and decisions on membership within our local churches. Building and retaining trust remains a core value of our conference's leadership. We are here to listen and offer opportunities for prayer, conversation, and discernment. Just time out real quick. This is corporate speak, and they're not the only ones who do it. You're going to notice, and I'll go a little bit further in her answer. She does not answer the questions. She does not address the concerns there. It's self-evident to anyone reading those questions what the overall concern is and what the bishop needs to speak to in order to give a good answer. And she refuses to do that while saying we value trust. We want to earn trust, and this is how we do it. And we're here to listen and offer opportunities to prayer. So, like instantly, I'm thinking of the annual conference at California. Not California Pacific, it's the other California one, Dottie Escobedo Frank. She was listening to this Korean lady pastor, talking about the terrible burden of the disaffiliation costs and how they just can't afford to do it, but they need to get free. And Escobedo just looks at her and says, we care about you and we're going to pray with you and we're going to listen to you and talk to you. Said all the right things, didn't do any of it. Didn't meet with Glenn Hayworth, who was head of the WCA over there at that time. It's all just talk. It's all just empty talk. She says, we're here to listen and offer opportunities for prayer, conversation, and discernment. West Virginia Conference of the UMC encourages laity and clergy alike to find support within their congregations and districts as we move forward with hope and to focus on mission and ministry, making disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. Anytime you get a response where they weave in their mission statement, that's corporate speak 101. The conference does not predict the future general conference decisions or long-term effects of recent general conference, but rather provides updates and facts as they are made available. Our focus remains on offering hope, healing, and meaningful ministry to all. Do we really need... It's just completely speaking past the concern. As Sarah, the author, says, a follow-up email was sent asking, can you clarify for me? It was my understanding that rather than normal disaffiliations process, your conference had operated through a closure process. Is there a process by which churches can close and then purchase their buildings? If so, how many churches have participated in that process? And she said that email never received a response. So when you're dealing with a lot of these people in authority, you're not dealing with real people who can level with you. You're dealing with people who represent a corporate institution, and that's all you're going to get. This is the thing that's so frustrating in the modern age. And I'm sure it's always been the case to some degree, but you're trying to just connect with a person. You're looking them in the eyes, you're trying to level with them, and you're not dealing with a person. You're just dealing with an extension of an impersonal entity. And they just got to handle you. They got to finesse you so that you will be domesticated. And at the end, you're just looking around at other people going, is that an answer? Like, are you satisfied with that? And where are you when you're unsatisfied? But there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. They're just walking away. And that's a situation that a lot of people in the United Methodist Church have been in for a long time. And guess what? They're walking away. They were walking away in huge numbers before disaffiliation. 7,500, 8,000 churches got out during disaffiliation. And then they're still voting with their feet now. And there's not going to be hardly anyone left when this is all over. And in the meantime, the bishops are going to continue to speak past people. That's really sad. I don't think it had to be this way.